Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I wish I knew before we purchased our camper. So before I get started, I want to share a little backstory. My husband and I decided to purchase a camper to live in full-time while we are working on building our dream home. So in January of 2021, we found this camper listed on Craigslist. We went and looked at it and we decided to purchase it. It's a 2002 Montana camper, and neither one of us have had much experience with campers, so it's a new experience for us. But here are 5 things that I wish I knew before we had purchased it. So number 1 thing I wish I knew is to inspect the camper thoroughly before you purchase it. Make sure everything on it works. Make sure all the appliances are in working condition. Make sure that there's no leaks. If there is leaks, what's the extent of the damage? We did not do a good enough job when we went to purchase this camper. It was a little bit of a unique situation. There was an elderly lady that was living in it at the time, and so she had all of her furniture and all of her stuff in here, so we couldn't really see the camper real well to the extent that we should have. But we did not make sure the hot water heater was working, make sure the heat was working, make sure the air conditioning was working. We didn't make sure on all those things, and we wish we had, because it's been very helpful to know. So anyways, make sure you check everything before you buy it. So number 2, take care of any issues that you have on the outside of the camper before you start working on the inside. Because there's nothing worse than right after you got the nice beadboard in on your kitchen and you have a rainstorm and you realize that the window is leaking because it needs to be resealed and your beadboard swells up. So take my word, make sure you seal the roof, seal windows, do whatever you got to do, make sure nothing's leaking, because campers, if they aren't leaking, they're going to be leaking. It sure seems like. So take your time. Don't get too excited about working on the inside. Take your time and fix anything that needs to be fixed before you start working on the inside. Wish I had done. And number 3, spend the money on quality paint. Trust me, it's not worth saving a couple bucks in this area. It's better to go ahead and spend the money on a higher quality paint that's going to get you better coverage and that's going to clean up better than getting the cheapest paint that you can find. I felt like I had to apply a couple extra coats of paint that I probably would have if I had just went ahead and bought a good quality paint. So don't skip in that area. So number 4, expect the unexpected. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get yourself into until you start getting into it. For an example, we discovered that our air conditioning unit had been completely destroyed. The previous owner had just put a tarp over it, so you couldn't see that the cover was missing, and something that we should have got up on the roof and checked out before we purchased it, but mistake on our part. But once we discovered that, we realized we had to replace the entire air conditioning unit. So that was a $900 mistake on our part. But we definitely learned from that. Just be aware that things may not go as planned and you may find surprises, but that's okay. You can work through it. Anything can be fixed. Number 5, enjoy the process. One thing I wish I had done was just kind of take my time and enjoy the process more instead of being so rushed to just get it done. I was so excited to get into the project that I kind of rushed through it. I didn't document it well enough. And one thing I really wish I had done is taken good beforehand pictures of everything before I started in remodeling, because unfortunately there's a few places in the camper where I didn't get any pictures of before I started remodeling, and I can't compare it to what it looks like now. And it's a very rewarding thing to be able to look back and see how far you've come and how much better it looks, and it's very exciting to be able to do. And unfortunately I didn't take the time and do that very well. Just enjoy the whole process of remodeling. It is a lot of work and it takes a lot of time, but it is very rewarding, and it is nice to be able to sit back at the end of the day and be able to look at the fruits of your labor. So thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you could, give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next video.